and she usually that was a random cold open. Yes, this cat does not usually lay on somebody's lap, so it's funny that it's doing that right now. Anyway,
Maybe she's missing Lillian.
yeah, we all are. Anyway, you're recording, so let's go.
Cool. Hey everybody. Welcome to final round of the March 2023 IDIC draft tournament. I'm here. I'm jadziadax8 with Lore, Chris Onstabee. So this is the top table
It
for
is.
the top table for this round because I had a true tie and a mod win, and somehow that means I'm at the top table.
Win is a win. Yeah, I'm 2-0, and as usual, the scores really don't reflect that. Jules and I had a very tight game in the second round where it was kind of like I hit him with infinite with in training or what is it, in development, I mean, and like he drew up dilemmas, didn't find his, needed it for to me to stop that team, kind of a deal. So and my first game against Adam, he did a pretty good job tracking skills. He was well aware of the skills I didn't have and gave me a dilemma that I shouldn't have been able to get by. He gave me, I think, infinite diversity actually, and named a skill I shouldn't have had. And it was on like the person I had played that turn. So he was kind of like, oh, whoops, missed that. So definitely good games. I feel like the IDIC draft in general, it's always kind of been pretty close. I don't feel like there's ever a lot of blowouts. So if anybody's watching this in the future and wants to think about jumping into a fun draft tournament, these games play pretty quickly. And the drafting, as Maggie and I talk about at length, is so fun to get the packs in the middle of your workday and then like open them up and go, what am I going to take? And you're like, oh, clearly it's not. It's the best distraction at the office as you can probably find, I think. So
Oh, totally.
why don't
Totally.
why don't you? Oh, you got it. I was just going to ask if you got the track survivors, and bam, there it is.
I did. I did. My um Matt McAlpin has not cottoned on to how Track Survivors is because he totally passed me that pack, and I'm
So
like
he
it's
shipped it
that.
to you. Oh, this is the other one
Yeah.
that I always like. I put those in all the packs. I feel like that's one of the only missions that's not worth a ton of points that I put in there because I just hope someone can make it work.
I have that. I've called this my mission selection of maximum flexibility.
Yeah, holy cow, and Soliton Wave too. So,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about how you ended up with your affiliations. I feel like geez, another cat. I feel like we generally open up with the show with those.
Yeah. Well, as is my usual thing when I start anytime we start getting new packs, I go with dilemmas first and I wait and kind of see what everybody was drafting. And weirdly, nobody was drafting Deep Space Nine.
I find
And
that
I'm like, wait,
really
that's the one
interesting.
span headquarters. Aren't we
Oh,
all supposed to be going? So I started snatching up. I've practically got the the finest crew achievement for Deep Space Nine
oh
in this
boy,
deck.
I don't want to hear that,
Yeah.
Maggie. In the final match, we
And
don't get
then
to face the track survivors.
and then at the end of when all the packs were coming at the end of the draft, everybody's handing me Bajorans. I'm like, okay, they're in the same region. I will happily take the BJJs as my second draft.
It's
And
really, really dirty. I'm not gonna lie. That you get to go from headquarters to headquarters for one range. Like that's not.
uh-huh.
That's
Yeah,
not.
yeah, that's gross. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that would make this like mission selection even grosser is if I had Sector 39J.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm not allowing you to have that. I thought I was cool with Cardassia and Cressari over here. No, that's not nearly
Oh
as.
yeah, yeah,
I
that's
kind of
that
want to
no,
go
that's
from Terok. I want to go from Terok Nor over to your Bajor and just wave at you and then fly back to my map. Uh,
yeah, it looked like everybody was taking Dominion.
in your pack, yeah, you had Dominion. So I probably should clarify that. So you had Dominion, Bajoran, Deep Space Nine, which was a mix of people, and your off one was must have been Romulus or something, right? Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was Romulan. Yeah.
Okay, because so we did the HQs kind of like that, where both pods, we had 8 players in this event. Both pods had a headquarters that would also kind of have people from the other one. So yours was Bajor with DS9. Mine was Mouth of the Wormhole with Cardassia. Because a lot of the Terra Nor people are the one cost Cardassian background characters. So they did come up a lot as well. So most likely, I think how you ended up with Bajorans and how I ended up with Cardassians is they were coming up in duplicates a lot. For us anyway, it was like I could take, Magrin, or I could take Ducat, or there was a lot of packs that had 2 Cardassians in it because they were filling the spot for the Terra Nor people. And my missions, just real quick, I always try to have like a cunning thing. So my first like 3 missions I picked were cunning missions that were good. I took Krasari on a lark. And as I told Maggie during the draft, I was like, my number 9 mission out of 9 was search for survivors. And then I realized very early on that my hope of playing Fed was totally not going to happen. So I ended up backing into doing this kind of strength setup with the Cardassians. And thankfully, I got a couple Dominion people, a couple of those dinosaurs that are strong. So we'll just kind of see how it goes.
All right, sounds good. All right, let's roll and see who goes first.
Not gonna lie, I really want to go first because I feel like your deck's gonna be better than mine. Oh, got there. The big 6. Nice. You're gonna run a clock, right? We're gonna be very official.
Yeah, we'll make it official. I got
Okay.
45 minutes on the thing. So
Too many. All right, I'll wait
I
for
will
you.
start it when you begin.
You draw up, you're ready to go.
Yep.
This is a strange draw. So let's just get her started with unexpected. I know I'll eventually need that. Um, Speaking of Magrin, 1 Emot Corex for 2/3, 4/5 for Naredigar. Draw for 6. And then let's play Elam Garrick, Patriot. I took him really early in the packs, like probably earlier than I wanted to, but I gotta get a gun or this whole deck doesn't work. And I did not download a ship. I don't know if that was obvious, but I have like 5 in here. No one wanted ships in my pod, so I don't think I'm gonna get ship screwed. Knock on wood, but we'll see. Over to you.
All right. Well, I will grab a ship for free.
Gonna go get your old Lara. Or you got something more better?
I'll grab the Olara. Easier to staff.
Yep.
I got a ship that I can get the extra 10 points for Soliton Wave, which is pretty sweet.
Is it
All right.
not the Tenoctilar, is it? I feel like you guys had a huge ship in there somewhere.
No, it's an Akira.
Really? Nice.
So I got Elizabeth Lentz, play her for 5.
Comes the constructed deck. Just right
which
away.
which lets Rom play for 6.
Oh my gosh.
And Nelly for 7.
I mean, Anelli's still not bad, but like that's not real. Just I can't remember. There's no hope of me remembering all the ROM skills. 2 engineer nav physics gains a shit ton of stuff. Okay, I'll just have to kill him somehow. Okay, over to me. I'm gonna draw 1. Grenis, one of the crappiest little 1-cost guys I draft all the time. Draw for 3. Draw for 4. 5, 6, and 7. Maggie will laugh because I put William Riker in like every every set of packs. This is the first time I've ever played with him, ever drafted him. Finally, somebody let me have him. Over to you.
Have Fire for Hire for 2.
I love that you said that. None of our 1E players, or hope some 1E players watch this and know that's who that is.
Olamu for 4.
Shit, is he
Draw
good?
for 5. Play Garen for 6/7.
All right. I will play an Aldara and I will draw for 7. Staffing is with Grenna, Garrick, Riker. They'll go pick up their dinosaur friends. We will wave to your Bajorans at Deep Space Nine with Elizabeth.
Nice.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. What are the odds you're going to kill them all? That's my big question. It's the only thing I'm worried about. They're going to go to Krasari against my better judgment and attempt the 6. I feel like I have to go quick against you. You're making me nervous already. I feel like I'm just going to get like one. Hit me with something nasty and make me cry. Am I getting 2? 3? Uh-oh. You're going to de-staff me? Go away. Okay, that's fine. That's fair. Ooh. That thankfully is not going to kill anybody. I do have the dinosaur with honor. Next up.
I think you probably got this, but it was literally all I could play.
I don't. No, I don't. I have one. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay.
Who dies?
Oh, sweet.
And I actually wasn't. I didn't think I was redshirting. I thought Garrick had treachery. I don't know why he wouldn't, and this one doesn't. So okay.
Well, he's the imposing patriot. Actually, I thought he had Tretch too. That's why I was thinking you had it.
Right. I went
Um,
over it like 3 times and I was like, this guy has anthro, but he doesn't have treachery. What? Clearly, I drafted him not for his skills. I drafted him for that ability to get the gun. But okay. You get
what?
Oculus back. Yeah, so
Yep.
I got by one. That's what I figured. I got by one. You killed somebody. I got to go away for my troubles. That's about right. Thank you for the dick punch, Maggie. It's your turn.
Drop 1. Hero for 4. Draw for 5. 6, 7.
Oh my gosh.
3.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's right. You know shit. Oh, Derek Land for 1. Draw for 2. Draw for 3. Here we go. 4, 5 for Davin, which hits your deck.
All right.
You lose anything good?
Eddington.
It's a person. Okay. Was that on 5, I think? Or is that on?
Mhm.
Okay. Draw for 6. Cool. I got another dinosaur. Draw for 7. Or Rock Tazan for 7. Such a weird draw. I drew all of my Cardassians in my other two games. In this game, I'm drawing all of the dinosaurs. We'll fly over two for Kursari, pick him up. Uh, I cannot. I have enough range. 2, 3, 4, 5. Foot to mouth and 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. I can go get them as long as I count good. Because that's one, and then over to here. Search.
So
Uh,
2,
two,
5,
2, 5, 8. Right? Did I
8.
count that
Yep.
right? Okay.
Yep.
Always double check my math. I'm bad at math despite my occupation. We will go with 8 on the ground.
Oh, Nate says 2 in banking, 2 plus 2 equals 5 if you shout enough.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
It's not wrong.
So how many here?
I got 8 on the ground because you told me I had to go away, so I listened.
All right, 8.
I'm just trying to get as many dilemmas as possible, as fast as possible. I feel like you've got a super crew you're building up over there. Can't wait to give you dilemmas that won't do anything. I've got a damage dilemma that I absolutely will know right now, 100% will not do shit, given who you have over there. Oh my goodness. There's a dog. Oh, right on the guts. Step right out my
Host's informal nickname is Ball Stepper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's very much intestine. She steps right on my guts all the time. One, that must be in dev. Oh boy. I didn't know that was even in your packs. Okay. Yeah, that tells us that we get stopped hard. So I acknowledge that I am stopped. I love this dilemma. Nobody
Oh, it's
takes.
one of my favorites.
Oh,
I
actually, the enemy boarding party going under is good for you because there's no way that's going to do much. Yeah, the needs of the few. I hate giving away trade secrets, but that's a dilemma that's always in the packs, and I feel like it's like the best second pick you can make because nobody takes it, doesn't realize that you get to kill their person if they've done a planet. In an ID draft, usually you've done a planet first. Anyway,
mhm.
over to
Yep.
you.
Okay. Laura for 5,
Okay.
Laura for 6, Laura for so we've got 8, and we'll come over
We're tracking some
8
survivors.
to track survivors.
All right. Draw how many? I get it's 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh boy. That's not a very good draw. Can I make something out of this? Should have been paying attention. I forgot I had this wall in here. I did not pay enough attention to who you played. Hmm. I'm worried about you doing this the backwards way, the dip honor law leadership way with like 5. Would be not cool for me. You cannot stand right there. Um, so let's go with this. Okay. Final answer. So I'm gonna try. Pick one to save 2. Send Elizabeth Lens back to your hands so you can jack another person for free.
That would be amazing.
Uh, I would not like that.
All right, I will pull this person back to my hand,
Okay.
and those two can carry on.
Okay. I feel like this is only going to get one. I'm just not confident of this. You have two threes or do you have three threes? Gosh.
All right.
All shuffled up.
Yep, pull three out onto the table.
Okay, Pyre's a two. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. I got two. Holy cow, that's just running good. How did I possibly? Okay. That's really surprising. Um, Last one is unconventional consideration. Maybe you don't have that anymore. Probably do still do. Does Rom have acquisition? He must. Yeah.
Why would Rom have acquisition?
Oh, that's right.
There's
No. Oh, there's a
demonstrably not.
yeah, yeah. I knew I'd.
Alamu's got law, so he can be stopped. I can't do that mission with three people.
No, I would hope not. I really did not expect that unconventional to hit at all. That's really surprising. As anybody who's watched our games before knows, I tend to win more of them because I get lucky.
That was definitely lucky
Is that a
there.
fair statement, Maggie? You can say that. Like
I would at least that time
that that pull. Yeah, that
that
was
poll
sick.
was very lucky. Especially yeah, I have two people who cost three, so
Now you had three that cost three. I was really expecting it to only hit one. All right. Are you so it must
yeah.
be
At least I'm not destaffed. I can say that.
I was actually kind of like I just killed a bunch of non-aligned guys. Okay, over to me.
Yep.
I'm going to, oh, this goes away. I did go away. You told me to go away and I did. Um,
Yes.
Two for Neureticard, draw for three, draw for four, draw for five. My gosh. Six, draw for seven. And they will just reattempt with eight. So you get four. Oh, there it is. Oh shit, I did
Yep.
that. That was dumb of me. I forgot you that cost six, but not really. It only costs four. Okay, I will go fly a kite. Next up, you got three under there.
Yep. So over me.
Yes, yep, back to you.
All right. Got Bavani for two.
You're just taunting me this entire game. I love her so much. She solves Track Survivor by herself.
Talor for three. Ralph
Okay.
for four. Ralph for five. Six. Ralph for seven. So I had to be careful because if I play any more Bajorans, I couldn't. Alamu becomes Bajoran. I couldn't staff the ship.
Oh wow, that I was like, why are you not playing a guy right now? That actually was funny. Uh,
Yeah,
so he's
yeah.
go
So
okay. So he's your goal. Yeah, you. That's comical. Well, now you got Bavani, so you don't have to worry about it.
yeah. I got six. Do I dare come back with three?
Oh, I for sure would.
I dare come back with 6.
I think you're at that inflection point of game state. You got to know I'm gonna probably solve that next turn.
Yep.
Even if I don't solve that next turn, you're still I got a range problem, right? Next for your next turn. If you don't go and try to get it.
Yeah. Let's do it. Crew 1,
All right.
6 people.
6.
I'm letting you talk me into a bad idea.
I'm
Sure.
really not trying to talk you into it. I'm paying attention to game state, and it's actually, I mean, great for you. I drew the in dev I can't play. I do have one I can give you, but you're just gonna take a stop and probably still solve. I don't know. We'll see. We've played too much for me to actually try to talk you into bad things. I only do that to Kevin. It doesn't work. You can stop damn near anybody you want. Don't they all have those skills? Leadership. Most of it leadership.
Let's see.
Do you need the bonus? Hmm.
Personnel, right?
Sorry, the zoo is just going completely bananas over here. The cats managed to turn on the TV and the DVR while we're playing. Dogs are chasing the cats. It's just a circus. You stopping your buddy again?
Uh, yeah,
Okay.
and that's pretty much it. As soon as you stop one.
Really? You don't have I thought
Yeah.
you have a 7 over there. Okay.
Well, I'm trying to.
Right. You're intentionally trying to not do it. I get it. You don't you need so you do need the points. That was my question. Yeah, okay. All right. Over to me.
Yep.
Um I feel like I have a lot of people, so I am going to and not another ship. I'm gonna play I need to play Ducat for 3, draw for 4. 5, 6 for Broca. And I'm gonna do the thing. Discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For 5 points. And then I will just draw for 7. Okay. Um, the team that's at search for survivors. Let's see. I think I can do this with 5, 8, 16. Yeah. 8, 16, 24, 32. And am I missing any skills? I feel like I'm missing a skill like officer, leadership, programming, security. I guess I'm not. All the dinosaurs have all the skills. So I'll just send a Cardassian with them and go with 5. Do you have any stinkies?
Nope. Nothing to do.
Okay. So they'll pick that one up. They will fly to Cardassia. Let's grab some people who are better than them. I will leave one guy behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And go to Cardassia with 9. So you get 8. Hmm. Out of nowhere, the dog jumps up, steps on my guts again. That one? Uh-oh. Oh no. That's the other in-depth. Okay, this is ridiculous. So you gave me in-dev for real, then you gave me planet in-dev, and now you're giving me space in-dev?
Yep.
I'm fucked. All right. There's no killer dilemma behind there, is it? To punch Ducat?
Nope.
See, even if it looks like it's gonna be a blowout, I think I'm gonna be here a while. All right, over to you. You still have, yeah, that's not, I don't, you're gonna solve that in this turn. I can't stop you again. Oh my God, that guy's gonna be huge right now, isn't he?
I only have
Yeah.
I don't have two Bajorans in the
Two.
discard pile. I'll
Okay.
play him for 2, Nelly for 3,
Okay.
Duran for 5, draw
All
for
right.
6, for 7. I'll play product placement.
Okay.
That's at this point in
Good
time.
shit.
That is not the ship I'm looking.
Okay.
So there, come back.
But the product placement's working for the Dysons here. Wow.
Yeah, it's worth 30 points now.
Stinky. Okay. How many are you going with? I did not hear you if you said anything.
Oh, I no, hold please. You will go. So there's always a balancing act because like, okay, how
Oh, the glitch
can
in
I
the
get
matrix.
that?
Well, as you know from constructed, and again, we always spill it, at least I do. I can't shut up. 7 is the best number to go with. Doesn't matter how many dilemmas they get. Like 7 is the awkward number because if you go with 7 and you can solve with 4 or 5, 4, if you can solve with 4 and go with 7, like there's like nothing they can give you that'll stop 3 guys with just that cost. Sealed especially. I don't know. I don't know what you should do here. I should stop telling you what to do. You went to the planet and got the dilemma last turn.
Yeah, let's do 7.
You 7? Okay.
Yeah.
No, I can't wait for my dilemma pile to crap out on me. I need to just shut up. Um, where is my okay, draw dilemmas. 1. I'm on your tab. That's what's confusing. 2, 3. Okay. Um uh, uh, uh. I can only give you one. The question is, do I want to burn the unexpected? I don't think I do. So I'm going to give you that one. Trade grenade. Hoping of somebody dumb enough to blow up on the grenade.
Ship more security. Oh, that's it. So pull someone from crew 2.
Oh, whoa. Bhavani steps on a grenade.
Yep,
Does she, do
that's
you
okay.
need
That's
any of
okay
her
because Kira.
skills? No.
That's because Kira does the mission. Also does the mission all by
That's good.
herself.
I knew there was a reason why I liked Kira, and you okay. So are you getting your bonus? This is a bigger question.
I am. I am. So 6,
So you're two people
12.
who could hit a grenade, both could solve it by themselves. That makes me feel
Yes.
good. Huh,
Yes.
makes
Uh, and then so I got integrity of 32. Nobody's got a 7, so we get the extra 5.
because Rom's not facing. Okay, oh, he's yeah. Okay, like own the attribute boost doesn't matter. Sweet. All right. 40-40 tie game. Uh-oh. That's not good for me at all. Now I'm not gonna play my at what cost, knowing that you got a time time a tie and a time game. I'm not gonna play it. It's in my hand. Definitely not gonna play it. Over to me.
Yep.
I'm gonna play my wayward first pick of the entire draft, Data, for 6, and then never saw another Fed person the rest of the draft. Draw for 7. So we are going to go get our friends that were over here. We're gonna go get the guy who costs as much as his ship over here. And I'm gonna put that right there so I cannot forget to get rid of it. And I'm gonna go over to space with 9 so you get 7. Only question is which 9. Okay. Yep, that looks good. Kitchen sink time.
Ye.
Alrighty, what do we got?
My favorite IDIC draft.
When you give me
The one
that.
that I snag that first time every time.
What sucks is I have law. Like one thing I don't want to have right now is law. Okay. Then ding 2 guys.
Crew 1 to crew 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Next up. Dark paint. Okay. Wow, does this suck? That's the only guy with either of those skills.
Oh wow.
I'm not going to take a kill if I can stop somebody. Okay. Oh. You have successfully weeded out all of the people with treachery. That's going to kill somebody else. Or I should say, you stopped 3 of the treachery there.
Nice.
You got a really good pick on that, on that 2 stops. So I actually feel good about you doing that. I deserve it because you stopped Riker, Ducat, and then the other one was Davin. Yeah. Well,
All right. And Broke is dead then.
yeah, there's another treachery dead. Okay. And I can't do it. So it's over to you. There's 4 under there. Okay.
Yep.
All right, you get a shot at it.
All right. Let's see what I can.
Otherwise,
Let me see if I can make some magic happen.
I was gonna say I think I'm solving that with 4 next turn. We'll see.
All right. We'll get Cisco with 2. Drop with 3. Daniels for 6. And draw for 7. And let's see, who are we
You
kidding?
just played Daniels this turn?
Yeah, just play Daniel
Okay.
this turn. Who are we kidding? Let's just take everybody. 10.
10 ball.
Okay.
I like it.
We got about 12 minutes left.
Okay. So unlikely we would go to time. I think you're gonna get it here. I might get it on my turn. Shuffle. That shuffle? I don't think it did. I get 10. Okay. Um,
So just Chris Pack setting the stage.
who does that? I drew my slightly overcooked, so I don't need that.
All right.
Pull out Kira because I want her to die, her or Rom. Right? That's a stops all. Yeah, this is those twos with them. Oh, now you have Daniels too. Shit, I got 3. It is the week will perish.
The city, the
Oh my
public
God.
works director and law
That's
enforcement.
the cat stepping on the remote. So just a second.
Ready for what could.
Oh my God.
That's awesome. Random TV noise. I see a corgi jumping across the screen.
Yeah, this has been my life for the last 2 weeks. It's just the circus here at House Chance to Be. Just a total zoo. Okay, so I got to pick for
Someone from crew 2.
per week. Kira, are you weak enough to be dead? Well, she's dead anyway. She doesn't stack it, does she?
She's dead, and I don't have any boostiness.
Oh, okay.
If you hadn't stopped Cisco, oh no, he boosts the feds, not the
Oh,
not the friends.
yeah, there was a Cisco that populated in your packs that I had never seen the Cisco ever in the ID draft. So I don't know if that was just a
This guy?
surprise. Yeah, I like he was actually I think in the first pack for your pod, and I was like, who the hell is this? I had to read it like 5 times. And then I was like, this guy's really good. Whoever is playing DS9 is going to draft him immediately.
Yeah, he's great. I took him to Worlds for my DS9 deck
I
at Worlds, and he's
absolutely
definitely he's the he's the MVP for sure. All right,
that's
let's stop.
your go fast DS9 deck, right? Where just a bunch of micro
Yes.
missions and it's the affiliation like all of the common deck, is that what they call it? The common deck?
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause it's all the
The
common.
Rainbow Dash.
Sure,
Rainbow Dash.
there we go. Yeah. Okay, I am going to draw for 1, draw for 2, not draw for 2 because I'm out of my deck. I'm looking for Malik. Draw for 2. That's not him. Draw for 3. Oh well. Play a gun. Play Persis for 6. Draw for 7. I will fly back home and see what I can do. I don't think I can do this with 4. I would have to have Malik. He's this treachery guy with big strength. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's that strength? It's exactly 30, isn't it? Yep, 18 and 12. Okay. I don't like the idea of giving you a 2 draw to stop 1. Maybe that'd work. All right. Let's. How many dilemmas do you have left? Yeah, let's go over there with 6, I think is what I'm gonna try. That means you can stop 1 with your draw and I'll still sell.
All right, so 6 at Kursari,
Yep. So you get
round spend 2.
4 cats. Jeez. Maggie, you have seen more of my pets in this one game than I think you've seen in all the other games combined. They're just all over everywhere.
Seems likely.
Seems likely, she says. I don't like that at all.
All right.
What do we got? Counterinsurgency. Oh my goodness. Okay.
All right. I can toss a hypo spray.
Okay. I forgot I covered
And
equipment.
I'm gonna name medical. I don't know who the hell got out there.
Med's a great choice. I don't have any med. I have some in play that is not on a dude that's here. So it's over to you.
Not a typical Jimmy skill.
No. Good job. Good hit. Good, really good. Now I'm nervous.
Off 1. Off 2. Oh yeah, 3, 4. Off 5. Are you also done? I can't play 8. I really want to play Miles.
Unfortunately you can't because we're tied. Your Lara would have given you that extra counter if we were not tied. You did it to yourself. You went to 40. You could have just taken 35 points. I really want to play Miles. You have Miles O'Brien Con officer?
No,
Oh,
Chief of Operations.
the old net. Yeah, the old school Miles. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are we okay on time? I feel like we're probably still fine. 6.
7. Yeah, we got 4 minutes.
Yeah, okay. I don't envision your turn going
So
past
over
4
there.
minutes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we got 10 again. So you get 9 and 9.
Okay. You don't want to take a quorum land with cunning of 4.
No.
Can't imagine why not.
Oh hey, I got 2 actually I got 2 BJJs in my discard pile. Sure. We'll bring him along. He's at 6.
So
now.
he's not quite as dumb. He's just
He's
extra
not quite as dumb. So we got 11, so you get 10 and 10.
Okay. Now is when I'm gonna go digging for the in-dev if I didn't draw it. And I didn't play it yet, right? That's my only question. I don't think I played it yet.
Damn James and his deck title ska is, hey guys, ska is great, or whatever that is, or whoever's deck that was. Now I've got been listening to The Urge, which is St. Louis ska band, and they've got a song called Jump Right In.
Oh,
And
sure.
I'm like, yeah, so yeah, jump right in. Jump right in.
I drew my in-dev, so I guess the $1,000,000 question is, can you solve it with whoever's left? I don't think so, but I'm gonna give you a stopper anyway, just to make sure. So screw that. I'm not gonna give you clown. Go away. Just waste time. In-dev.
Okay. Yeah, pull someone from crew 1 into crew 2, please.
1 into 2. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm totally spacing. I forgot. I thought you had 3 of the 3s, and I forgot I killed one. That's probably just gonna stop Kira then, right? She's dead. Who's not dead?
Yeah, she's dead. Kira's dead.
Oh, then I'll.
Um, interestingly enough, I have the skills. I have the skills.
Uh, with three
But
guys.
with three guys, but yeah, not with 36 coming.
Okay. Do you want me to even play my turn? I can do it with five. I think data's
Uh, show me, show me the peeps.
sure. Data,
Oh
Ducat,
yeah, data
And
and
Gavin, and then whoever.
a couple of dinosaurs and purses and whatever. Okay, that's cool.
That was a valiant effort at a comeback. I gotta say. Got lucky with that D staff early. It didn't seem to really phase you at all, and your dilemmas really punched me pretty hard too. I was surprised to see the no kill eye early. Did that was that like the best choice, or did you just want to make sure you got a
Nope.
stop there?
That was I could have I more or less what could have stopped you with three underneath instead of four.
Okay.
So it was what do I want to do here? Do I want this dilemma that I'm never gonna see again
Yeah,
and isn't
yeah,
gonna be
no,
useful?
that's
Because
a
it's
that's a great way of explaining it. If you could have not done a stop with less than three, I would have fired the same bullet. I was just again surprised. I thought maybe you drew space or something on that attempt.
no, it was really a choice of okay, well, I'm this dilemma is just gonna be a blank.
Right.
It's not gonna come around by the time you finish attempting this mission.
Yep. Yep.
I'm just gonna pop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this may mark, oh, there's the time. This may mark the first time. I don't usually play with counterinsurgency program. It is not a dilemma I use just as a
Like
matter of
ever?
course.
Okay.
No, because I'm a really bad skill tracker. I
I don't think
prefer it.
that's true. I think you're selling yourself a little short, but okay.
I don't pay attention, but I knew enough. I picked actually I picked the counterinsurgency program because of the ability to let me discard
Sure.
choice discards to build up Dyson Sphere.
Sure. Totally. Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's funny you say that because I built your pods pack so long ago, but I'm almost certain I put it in there for that purpose because I always like the little sub themes, and maybe this makes me a nerd because I like to build this stuff, but like your pod had the mission that gives you points for non-equipment or non-hand weapon equipment and the Dyson sphere. So your pod got dilemmas and equipment that worked for it. Does that make sense? And then like ours got Kursari, so I put like I think two guns in ours.
If you
Yeah, you just a couple to see if somebody picks up on the breadcrumbs, and it's great that I'm seeing that you totally saw that and are you doing that for that purpose. It's great, and obviously you smacked me with it. I was early on, I almost gave you telepathic, and then I remembered Elizabeth Lenz has to pass this, doesn't she? Bio and exo.
she's got exo. She doesn't have bio.
Okay. I was
Um,
convinced that she was just like a Bashir. I thought she had bio exomed Bashir kind of a person.
yeah, I don't have any bio out at all. Actually, interestingly enough, Michael Van Bremen in the Fractured Time Sealed beat me down hard
With that,
with that. He hit me twice with it till I finally got Makewees out.
it's to this day, I still think one of the better walls you can use with a kill pile because I mean telepathy is just rare, period. But whenever you play against a deck that's heavy on one of these skills, um they're short on the other. Like I've played against decks that have lots of medical. They're not going to have the security. It's that usually you don't. And yeah, to say nothing of just in general in 2E, how it seems like no one ever has bio. It's clear bio and meta skills I would pick for counterinsurgency probably every single time.
Well, I was thinking about arc, but Curdy's have a lot of archaeology.
And you would
That
that would have been
this
gross. I don't think I had it because that would have been like the salty play because you killed Broca who did have it, and then right after that, if you had given me a dilemma that required it. And no, they don't have it. This team arc would have worked had you not killed Broca. This team doesn't have it at all. This team's got random skills. In my first game, I kind of mentioned earlier, so skill tracking, Adam did a great job. He named honor with infinite diversity, and he didn't know that Data had learned it. So
Oh,
kind of a shitty way to win my first game, but a win is a win. I had no honor at all. I had a bunch of treachery, and he was paying attention to it. So good on you, Adam, if you watch this. Well, I think that covers it. Good game as always, Maggie. And again, pleasure to play you at the top table. I hope that we are finally in the draft pod together for the regional that's coming up. I'm gonna pump that a little bit. Just because it's fun. I like passing packs to Maggie and then talking shit to her, and I think she likes doing the same thing to me.
that's great. It is. It's
You'll
great.
pass me stuff and you'll say sorry I took your whatever that you think I wanted, even if I didn't want it. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I've been enjoying the people have been enjoying the Return to Farpoint series. I've been getting lots of
Absolutely.
people saying that they really like the Fractured Time sealed. I for those who didn't play in that, anybody who ever does a Fractured Time sealed event from here on out, ban security drills, and it's a much better format.
Okay.
So
It feels more fair.
well, TNG still has the advantage because they got Living Legend Kirk, and there's the
That's it.
Tasha, and there's the Worf. So there's not like
Yeah,
there's
I
not a lot
wondered about that product. That product just did not really like to me, that product should have had a Klingon in there that made their missions like not as shitty to do. But and you're right, they got like 3 or 4 feds, and everybody else got like one person, right? And maybe there's another like I can't remember what's all in it.
Oh, there. Well, Smiley's in it, and the Ben
Traveler.
Traveler, Daniels.
Okay, yeah, yep.
Daniels is there. So
There are some good non-line people in it. Expensive, but good.
I
Yeah,
played. Oh, this is sick. One of my games in the Fractured Time sealed because I had Romulan deck. I had just metric ton of engineer. I played a jadziadax8 for 1.
that's amazing.
That's gross.
I don't think that's gross. Anytime you can do shit like that in sealed, I think is great.
Yeah. All
Uh,
right. Well, sir, I will I'm gonna go ahead and end this recording.
sure.